Here we are, basement 2022, right after 4-way inspection that's passed. We've got a outlet into the center of the room going into concrete. Here's a half bath. It will have a auto vent inside the vanity cabinet, light above. Had to bust out a lot of concrete. And there's a linen closet. Here's what we're calling the basement master. It will have a shoe closet here on the right with a barn door, and it will have a normal closet on the left. Over here, these are both a little bit extra deep, a little bit wider than 2 feet in depth. In here we'll have this is kind of a hallway to the bathroom, but the barn door is going to slide right there. It will go cover both the closet and the bathroom because they wanted the bathroom to just be open most of the time. This is going to have a medicine cabinet right there that is recessed in the wall. It has outlets and LED light on the medicine cabinet. Again, another linen closet right there. And there'll be vanity right there to sit at for makeup. Right there will be the vanity with the sink, the light above, toilet, nice big soaking tub. It's very deep, has the overflow on top. Nice big niche right there for shampoo and whatnot. Just one shower head. This shows one style of blocking that you can do right there to separate the soffit from the walls. And then there's the fire block foam. That can also be used on any holes. Use the fire block foam right here. Every 10 foot of lineal draft stop is required. And then if you look up at the top plate, we stuffed rock wool. That's one method that you can use to separate the walls from the ceiling for draft stop. You can also do blown in insulation fiberglass, or you could do spray foam, or you can have 3/4 plywood or 1/2 inch drywall or cement board or certain gauge steel. There's multiple options you can use for draft stop to separate the walls from the ceiling. Here's right here, see the 3/4 inch plywood or OSB that was used as the lineal draft stop. That needs to be every 10 feet of wall. You see there's one here, and then right down there there's one more right there. So just measure every 10 feet and you can do that, or you can use drywall, whatever you have on site. This is the way I do soffits. I use 3/4 inch plywood or OSB, rip it to the size I need, and do a little 2x2, nail it, and I can put those on the flat. And I usually string line it as well to make sure it's super straight. You can see right here, coming out this bedroom, how straight that is. That gets you dead on. But this soffit out here will have canless cans in it. This bedroom has 4 canless cans and then a ceiling fan. Over here behind this insulation, there's also, I call it a grandma switch, but it's just a switch that's right by the nightstand that will be for turning the lights on and off. It's just a 3-way. Then we got ceiling fan, and then we got the cans right there. Out here, we put another 3-way just so there can be some light from the soffits that can be turned off over here instead of having to walk all the way back over by that door. But as you can see up here, canless cans all throughout. That's just the way to go nowadays to get the exact layout that you want. You don't have to worry about ductwork or joists being in your way. But this will all have the insulation R19 that I pulled out. That will all go back in to this. Here's another little return air, just a little 6x6. Try to get some over here. I've got another return air that I added right here into this hallway close to the bathroom and the bedroom. And that gets tied on right there to the cold air return. So I added on this right here, and it will just come down in between the thickness of the drywall. It's good to get multiple returns in a basement, down low if you can. Here's the main return, but this one's pretty close to the furnace equipment, but it's still in this big family room. So because the doorway's right in this, I ended up getting the same square inches of, normally I would do like an 8-inch, but this I made it, I think it's 14 by 18. So you can just change the size and get the same cubic inches if you're wanting to try to have a certain amount of volume. But basically this just had the piece, and then up here, if you go all the way up in, it's connected to the return air. But added that insulation right there was just for originally when the basement was unfinished, the builder had to insulate everything that's finished to separate the finished from the unfinished. But right here I added blocking and conduit for TV bracket right there. And then there's the coax and cat 6. But a little conduit right there. Also did that in the bedroom for future use, whether or not they use it. One outlet, one conduit. And then there's the coax and cat 6. But see, I used a little section of the foam right there because it was a pretty tight gap. But then everywhere else, just stuffed rock wool. Just cut little 3-inch pieces, then rip them in half. It doesn't use much. Goes pretty quick. It's cheaper than the OSB right now with lumber prices. All of our ductwork sealed with the mastic. Then I even like to use these. You don't have to, but these Speedy boots make it nice and easy. And they've already got cardboard that covers it, so you're not wasting a bunch. And while you're under construction, having the dust go everywhere. Those are super quick to install. You can see, used them all over. Mastic everywhere as best as possible. So, in order to cut this return air, I had to cut back this insulation right here. You can see the tape where I taped it back, but I had to cut it out to do it. Cut open the return and do that. Here's the coax and cat 6 along with all of our electrical. See, even separated with the rock wool right here to separate the soffit from the walls. No air movement. But this is a little extra laundry room. This is the second laundry room in the house. This will have a stackable right here. Stackable washer dryer. That's the in-wall auto vent, because the auto vent needs to be accessible. But right here, it's kind of hard to see, but there'll be space for a small laundry tub. But as you can see, this is furnace room slash washer dryer room. It's not huge. It's about 4 feet wide right here. So if you ever did need to replace the water heater, you're going to need to remove the laundry tub to gain access. There is a floor drain right here as well. But as you can see, you need to have a P-trap on your plumbing. And then right here is the combustion air. It used to just come straight down right here, this rectangle. But I put a cap on that and sealed it in. That way I can drywall the ceiling, and then I moved over the combustion air. It just comes to right there. Put on a 7-inch pipe. It only goes about 30 inches or so. And then since all that cold air is dumping right there, I Threw on some extra pipe insulation. I've never seen an issue with it because there's so much heat coming off the water heater. And in this room, there's usually never an issue, but it doesn't hurt. A couple dollars to throw on some pipe insulation, help your energy efficiency. See up here, this OSB is another method to separate the soffit from the walls. So that was used in this section right here. And then right to the right, you can see I use 2x4s. So multiple different methods, whatever you have. Usually I use up the scrap I have first before I go buying a bunch of extra stuff for all the draft stop and fire blocking. But that's pretty confusing to most people as far as homeowners worrying about that. A lot of basements I do the blown in insulation and have my insulator come do it. But I decided on this one to go ahead and do rock wool. I just do it myself. It won't take too long. It was about the same price. I think they were almost exactly the same price, other than I just have to spend a couple hours putting in the rock wool. But I wanted to do a test on this one to see how much it deadens the sound. But as you can see, I have a lot of concrete to fill in all of the trenches. There's 24 bags, and that might not even be enough. Had to tie in the plumbing all the way down this hallway. Here's all the trenching that had to be done to get the sewer line tied in to the main. Here's the main line right in there. Had a camera inspection done. They said it was right there. Ended up being about a foot off. Quite a ways to go. But yeah, that's about it.